Hello, it is 8:30. Welcome to the weather update. It is January 2nd, 2021. I have to get myself used to saying 2021. And we've got another rain event heading our way. You can see looking at the weather map now here, this high kind of built in this afternoon, brought us some dry air, a little bit of sun. The clouds are going to roll in later tonight, and we got this area of rain that's going to be moving up the coast. You can see this low pressure with the frontal system here, and actually some severe weather, I believe, in parts of northern Florida. Looking at the satellite, you can see right now we still have mostly clear skies across our area. We did have some sunshine this afternoon with a few clouds. Temperatures, we'll take a look at what the high temperatures were in our area today. Looking at some of these observations here, you will see Farmingdale got up to 53. You could see there was some clear skies and some clouds built up around noon, and then we got some more clear skies again a little later on. I didn't get to any Piney Woods though. Looking at the rainfall at Farmingdale, looks like they got around 0.65 inches there from yesterday's rain there at Farmingdale. Right, that is not the current temperature. That is not the current temperature at Farmingdale. It's 41 is the current temperature, so 41 it has dropped significantly at Farmingdale. We're going to look at some of the other observations across the area. We'll look at islip as well. 39 right now. Let's see what the high was at islip. Got up to 52. You can see there are some clouds around, some sun though. Looking at the rain yesterday, yeah, it looks like islip got around 0.70 inches of rain. Oh, about 3/4 of an inch of rain yesterday. From all that rain. So we'll just see how much warmer it was in New Jersey, because I have a feeling it might have been warmer there for the day. And you can see winter weather advisories off to our north and the west, because we're going to be close to that rain snow line. So right now 41 in Toms River, but it did hit 54 there, and it looks like they had a good deal of clouds around as well for them too. So looking at the weather, this weather map here, you will see this is the rain that is heading our way. That is over the southeast. That is going to be moving our way. They've actually had some, I believe, some severe weather here. It's just warm, humid air feeding in this. We're not going to see the warm, humid air, fortunately. That's going to stay off to our south, because by and large the system will track off to our south, but we will get some rain from it, unfortunately. And again, looking at our current temperatures, you can see that winter weather advisory just to our north and the west, and they could get some light snowfall there as well tomorrow, but probably nothing for us. So let's go look at the models, and we'll take a look at this system here over the southeast. So we're going to first start with the upper air, and this is the 18Z GFS. Let me change this to the North American view here. What's this map? I just want to look at this for a minute. That's the other kind, by the way. I don't use that one though. I was just curious as to what it looked like. I don't use it. So here you go. So you got this little ridge over us, but we have this this trough here, all right, which is going to pull this storm along offshore, and then bring in some cooler. I mean, it's just all this is going to do is going to keep it from getting too warm, because the air we're getting is not cold air. It's not even from Canada, but it'll keep the temperatures lower. And because we have this trough offshore, and then you can see another one rotating through on Tuesday into Wednesday, it's probably going to keep some clouds and unsettled weather around. Maybe we'll clear it out more on Wednesday. And then as we get into the weekend, here comes that low, and it looks like it's taking it a little closer to the coast again. So I have to keep an eye on this. This is for the weekends, Friday into the weekend. But we do have troughiness in the east, and that's always a good sign, because we got this big block over here in Canada, and that forces the jet stream south and forces troughiness in the east. So it's just a matter of getting it to connect to the Arctic Circle, and right now we're just not getting that to connect, so therefore no Arctic air. It's just air from Canada or the northern United States, or generally Pacific air, generally in origin, not really that cold air that we all want so badly. At least I do. And what we're supposed to get in the winter, we're not going to see that. European, little different here. Just a little different with the troughs, the placements. This is the European, but it looks like we're going to have to keep an eye. Like I said, that comes close. You can see the reflection on that on the upper air. It's just a matter of getting this to connect to the Arctic. So let's go back to GFS. Let's go back to the CONUS view. Let's look at the surface. And we're going to take a look and see our next rain event head our way. So here it is developing over the southeast. And it marches its way up the coast tomorrow. Rain in the Delmarva. And then you can see it starts moving a little more northeasterly as we get into the afternoon. And this low develops into a coastal storm. But you can see that it's pretty far offshore. So we're not going to get into the core of the rain or see that much wind from it for whatever. But you can see just to our north, there's some light snow that's going to develop. I mean, light snow, it won't be. That's why it's just a winter weather advisory in effect. Won't be a lot of snow, but it is going to be something. And then it starts bombing out as it gets into the Gulf of Maine. And then it kind of just sits there. So you get this low that you saw it in the upper air that there's going to be a cutoff. It's going to kind of cut off a little bit over here. So it's going to keep us in a northwest flow, keep us from getting too warm, and may even throw some moisture back at New England perhaps. And they may be getting some snow in Maine. And then finally starts moving away a little more on Wednesday. And then we can get some drier air, maybe some more settled weather. And then here comes the next storm for the weekend. This is the storm that we have to watch. So this is Friday. You can see it developing over the southeast. But again, there isn't much cold air. So look, we just have rain again, possibly brushing our area next weekend. So that's the problem. Not much cold air, but the cold air does come in behind it. Looks like you're going to have. Look at the isobars. You can see there's going to be a northwest flow. So hopefully maybe we can get in some cold air behind that storm system. Here comes the next one, and again it just kind of tracks offshore because the track is so suppressed because of the blocking. It's so strong up in northern New England. It's actually causing not northern New England, eastern Canada and Greenland. That's forcing most of the systems off to the south, and they're not really going up the coast. Here comes the next system, and again it's another Great Lakes tracker. Yeah, no, it does not look like any major snowstorms are going to be happening for those who want to see snow, unfortunately. Let's get a closer look at the next system we will be dealing with. So we're going to first look at the HRRR model. Look at the 00. Well, 20 hours of it in. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Let's see. We have to go to the. See, I don't think any of those. These only go out to 18 hours, so we only have 20 hours. So I can show you only 20 hours of this. So let's back up here a little bit, and we'll look at the latest HRRR at least. So the rain, you can see the rain from that low coming up the coast, and it's going to start raining here. Probably raining in New Jersey by midday or late morning, and then the rain is going to start affecting our area in the afternoon. It's going to be a wave of rain. Then it lets up a little bit. One wave of rain in the afternoon, and then it lets up, and it's just light rain after that for the most part. But you can see just to our north, you can see the snow. We'll look at the NAM 12 kilometer as well. And I think they're pretty much in agreement with that, with when the rain is going to move through. So we don't know how heavy it's going to be. I mean, the model underestimated the last time how much rain we got, so it might be heavier, but there might be a little bit of a break. But it's, safe to say most of your Sunday, especially afternoon, it's going to be rainy right into the evening again. So yeah, another rainy day, and you can see this thing kind of wind up as it gets offshore there, and just kind of sits there. But fortunately far enough to our east that we won't be dealing with any precipitation because of it. So if we look at the NAM and look at the total accumulated precip first, we'll look at that. You will see we could see, depending on where these showers are, it has western Long Island in getting 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain, but the east end maybe only a ½ inch or less perhaps. And we'll look at the snowfall and see how much snowfall is predicted for upstate. So upstate, well, depends on where you are. I mean, there are some areas, especially possibly at the tops of the mountains, that might see 6 inches, but for most areas, it's probably only going to be a few inches. Where it's going to really pile up is Maine, where they're going to get into that coastal action, and they could see a foot of snow or more. We can also look at the GFS as well with the snowfall. This is the GFS, not quite as much as the NAM. So it's not going to be a huge snowfall event, except maybe if you're at the top of the mountain, maybe it'll get enhanced, but mostly 2, 3 inches, maybe some areas of 4 or 5. Again, it's going to be Maine that's going to see most of it. We look at the rain on the GFS. You will see again that it looks like it's keep most of the heavier rain to the south of us. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, we have to look at the FGen. So let me look at the FGen and we'll see. This kind of helps us determine where the heavier rain is going to be for this system. You can see most of it is to the south, so that's why I believe most of the heaviest precipitation will be offshore with this. It would be nice if it would be all offshore, but I don't think it's going to be. I think we will see something, but the heaviest stuff, it looks like it's offshore. NAM. Yeah, the heaviest area of precipitation is offshore, though it does develop something later on. So we might see some heavier rain later on, like say 9 o'clock or so. Okay, so let's go back to the GFS and we'll take a look at our temperatures, I guess. So as we head into tomorrow, you'll see those temperatures will be above freezing on Long Island, probably upper 30s, low 40s. But you can see temperatures upstate closer to around the freezing mark, and that's going to help the snow. But it's borderline even for them. This isn't really very cold air, and that's the issue. So that's why we're seeing mostly rain. And those who see snow won't see a lot unless you're in Maine, of course. So as we go into Monday, you'll see temperatures rise. Like I said, the air behind the system isn't all that cold, so we'll still see highs, probably low to mid 40s. Tuesday, a little colder because we're going to have a little wave move through, maybe a little secondary front, which might knock the temperatures down, upper 30s to low 40s, so closer to average on Tuesday. And same thing for Wednesday, fairly close to average and be just slightly above average. And then Thursday, we're still around the average. So, and then Friday, getting a little warmer, maybe low to mid 40s again. That's above average by 5 degrees. Then Saturday, we'll see again temperatures basically staying in, so it doesn't get all that warm. Sunday, next Sunday, you see the colder air there. But you can see with that system coming through, this is we got to watch for. There's not really any really cold air, so even with that system, you can see the reflection of that coastal low right here. The temperatures are just not quite cold enough for snow. And that's the issue, and the track also is kind of far offshore, it's suppressed. But behind that, you'll see we will cool down a little bit. Sunday, mid-30s. Monday, there's no real dramatic cool down, though. Here's another system coming down to the south. But we just got maybe mid-30s that day. And then there's no real Arctic air anywhere. And this is throughout the whole country. It's not just us. The whole country is not seeing Arctic air. Nobody is seeing Arctic air, which is not normal. Not normal at all. Not normal at all. You're supposed to have that in the wintertime, and it's just another sign of our warming winters. And I really wish the media around here would talk about it. I'm glad that some of the other TV stations in other parts of the country are. I wish they would here, but it's all about a certain demographic, and they don't believe in climate change. Let's go to the clouds, and we'll start looking at the sky conditions as we head into. Obviously, we're going to have plenty of clouds tomorrow with the rain. Monday, we're probably going to have plenty of clouds with that cyclonic circulation around. And the same thing goes for Tuesday. Maybe we'll break out into a little bit of sun. So it develops a hole over Suffolk County. But I think better chances are for Wednesday and perhaps even Thursday to have mostly sunny skies. And maybe even Friday, if we can get lucky. I don't think we'll be able to piece 3 days together, but it would be nice to piece a couple of nice sunny days together. Then after that, we're kind of stuck in the clouds again. Maybe we'll clear out again later on. We'll look at the NAM model as far as the skies go as well. And we'll see how the skies look with the NAM. So obviously clouds roll in tomorrow. You can see clouds. We might start off with a little sun in the morning, and then we'll have the clouds and the showers and the rain. Then Monday you can see trying to get rid of the clouds. Maybe by the afternoon we can try to get a little bit of sun in here. Maybe. This is the NAM. I'm not too hopeful, but maybe we will. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a little bit of sun in there. But I somehow doubt that. We can look at the RHM as well. and I'll show you Monday. So this is the R gem for Monday, and it does clear it out by later. So maybe we get lucky. Maybe we could get some clear skies in the afternoon, and maybe Tuesday also. Perhaps if that hole, you see, it's developing like a hole over Long Island. But like I said, it's more likely Wednesday that we'll get to see some sunshine and some nice skies. But we got to get through more rain before we get there. So more rain, and let's see if we can get any more of that HRRR. I'm going to go back to it and see if we can get any more. If any more came in while we were doing this weather update. Okay, good. So we can finally finish looking at the HRRR. So again, this is the HRRR. You can see it moves kind of like a showery, perhaps some heavier rain there in the afternoon, and then it gets a little lighter, and then it gets a little heavier again, I think, as we get toward afternoon. It looks like it's interesting that it has that first batch being the heaviest, and then it kind of gets better after that. Let's see how much rain the HRRR gives us. Yeah, it's not too bad, only about a half an inch. So the trend is I don't think it'll be as wet. This system might be a little less wet than the one we just had, hopefully. Let's take a look at the total snowfall. And you can see, again, not much to talk about here, just a couple of inches. This is through Monday morning, and you'd have to go to the mountaintops in the Catskills upstate and the mountains up there to really see maybe more than that, more like 5 or 6 inches, perhaps. But other than that, yeah, not much snow on them. In fact, we could go to I could take the GFS and go right to the end and show you. Look at that. Nothing. Right to the end there. That only goes through January 18th. Now, of course, things could change, but this is an example of what we're dealing with here. And if you look at the whole country, you can see it's not a lot of snow in the east at all. Not a lot of snow in the east. Not a lot of cold. Again, we look at the temperatures for the whole country. Maybe as we get toward the end of the period, you'll see some Arctic air trying to get into the plains, but it's a shame because look at how close that comes to us, but we just can't get to it. It's in southeastern Canada. I mean, if you were in Montreal, you'd have highs only in the teens, which would be great, but you have to wait until later on, and we can finally get some of that cold air down here. Like I said, that Pacific flow is the problem that's keeping it all tied up. That's really what it is, and it also has to do with something else. So let me see something for a minute. I just want to. Should be northern hemisphere. I'm going to show you this. So this is where the cold air is. This is in Celsius. I just want to show you where the cold air is. All right, this is through the end of the period, but just show you where all the cold air is. It's all the way. Most of it's on the other side of the globe in Siberia and Russia. This has been a trend lately that it's always the cold air wants to be on that side and not on our side. And you can see there really isn't that much up in Canada, even in Hudson Bay. There's not that much. It's only until we get to later in the period that maybe we get to see some of that breakdown. And it's just because of the way the polar vortex is. If we go to the 2PVU here, this is I don't know, what are these? I think it's this one. Yeah, this is it. If we go to this, you see what the problem is. You need this vortex to split, all right? And it's not. You can see the problem. It just wants to be. Here we go. See, it's on the other side of the globe. But you can see it's trying to come down. It's trying to come down. So we'll have to see what happens here. But what you need is a stratospheric warming event. You can see you got a stratospheric warming event right there, and that. So there's hope that hopefully things will change, and we'll get to see winter, a real winter, eventually, maybe later this month. So that's going to be it for this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching. And if you don't like winter, move to Florida and do us all a favor. Thanks for watching.